Hey, driver's meeting's about to start. It's just after 1 o'clock. We're supposed to start at 1 o'clock, so we're behind a little bit. And I hear some banging going on over here at the sled, so we'll go over here to where everyone is gathered, and we'll get our safety meeting going. Hey, we're done with the driver's meeting and we're ready to go. We're going to start off with Big Bertha, the wheel-standing fertilizer truck, monster truck. Anyways, Cummins has been yanked out of it and stuffed the Detroit in it. Well, I got to get down to the end of the track so we can watch. And that's how we've been starting our poles for the last couple of years. Did not get a measurement, but don't matter. He got a full pole right out the end. He could have kept going if he wanted to. V12 Detroit power. So, all right, let's get started with the tractors. Here we go. We're going to start off on the near side of the track. We have two sleds, as we do here in London. Near side we got Massey 65. Sound like the choke is on. He's a lot happier at our show than it is now. So Jesse's just making the best of it. And we're going to start this small sled off at 3,000 pounds. 3 miles an hour. The big sled, far side of the track, will start off at 5,000 pounds, 3 miles an hour. And Jesse's going to run out of power at 157 feet. 157. All right, big sled. We got a Farmall 350 on the sled next. Oh, excuse me, that's the Farmall 300. And as he headed to the center of the track, he'll stop at 231 feet. Bobby sets that Farmall down at 244 feet. We do not have a center line on the track, so as long as nobody's coming, keep going. So she went from the far right to the far left before she stops at, again, 244 feet. Hey, next up, near side, we got Ben Lyon on his son's Misbehaving Alice C. On the far side, we got Sean Boyer on his Farmall 350. stopped at 210 feet. Sean is stopped at 229. Okay, so down at the end of the track they got new reader boards. So I was wrong on what weight class the small sled started in. This is 2750 pound, 4 mile an hour. And then I am right on the big sled. That is 5,000 pounds, 3 mile an hour. Now we're moving into the 4 mile an hour class. I don't know if you can see out on the road out there, but apparently corn harvest started for the dairy farms in there nearby. There goes the corn choppers, big cloths, silage truck. There's another silage truck on the road. Another one went by. So corn is falling here in the second week of September here in 2025 during my tractor pull. I'd like to thank Farmers Equipment for letting us have the use of this Case IH 55A 100-year anniversary. Small sled, we got my brother, 2750, 4 mile an hour. He's on Itty Bitty. And again, 5,000 pound, 4 mile an hour on big sled. Heavy. I thought the track was going to have a bit more bite than that, and I was thinking I needed weight up front too, but it's not on the small sled. The big sleds, they're going up front end. Let's see, my brother gets stopped at 226. Keith Boone will get stopped at 231 feet. Got Lauren Heinrichs on his 4MLC. Well, he's going to spin out at 227 feet, 27. Looks like he had his balance pretty good. Brother on that Alice, he was a little bit nose heavy, but not sure exactly. As this track drives out, I think the traction is going to change the course. Okay, we got a new weight class on the big sled, 5,500 pound, 3 miles an hour, and the horn honked on the sled, so sled operator stopped the pull. Something's going on with the sled. We'll drag him back and start over. Yeah, we're going again on the small sled. We got Matt Sweet on his Alice V12. Next on the small sled, we got Cody Line on Misbehaving. set it down gentle and way up high as he gets stopped at 222 feet. Got Sean Boyer back on the sled with his Farmall 350. He's the second hook in the 5,500 pound 3 mile an hour class. Get stopped at 245 feet. All right, we're going to go back to the small sled. Sean's wife, Bobby, is on her Farmall B. Can't see what class we're in right now. Still into 2750, 4 mile an hour. So when we saw her pull earlier, that should have been 3 mile an hour. You see a tractor with the front end go up like they're going to come to a stop. The front end stays up and they pick up speed. That was crazy. Sheely stops at 260 feet. Alright, big sled, new class, 6,000 pound, 3 miles an hour. We got a Farmall 560. Small sled, we've moved up in speed, 6 miles an hour, 2,750 pound class. Lauren Heinrichs coming up on the small sled on the Farmall. Lauren will stop at 261 and the 560 Farmall will stop at 252. Then we got Matt Sweetback on his D12 Alice for the 6 mile an hour class. Going to run out of power at 229. Diesel special on the big sled, 6,000 pounds, 4 miles an hour. Ryan Grape at the wheel. Stop at 236 feet. Coming at us next is Eric Bauman on Itty Bitty. Oh boy, he got his balance right, I think. As he gets out to 271. Here we got a Umo Lean on the big sled. We got Zach Schweitzer. This side we got Cody Lyon back on Misbehaving for the 6 mile an hour class. stop at 197. Zach, wheels sky high, we get down to 228. New class, we got Eric Bauman in the 8-mile-an-hour class. And he'll stop at 270 feet. 270. First hook, 8-mile-an-hour class. Alright, we see Man Sweet on the big sled on his Farmall 460. You can see in the background across the road over there, but there they are chopping some corn. Yeah, I love this time of year. Yeah, Ty Vander out on the Farmall 560 on the big sled. First hook, 4-mile-an-hour, 6,500 pounds. First in the 3,000-pound 3-mile-an-hour class, he'll stop at 221 feet. 221 from Miller. It's getting down there. He's over 300 feet. I think we have a floating finish, but I'd call that a full pull, anything over 300. As he'll stop at 305. On his Ford 800, it'll stop at 229 feet. 229. All right, we got another hook on the big sled coming. Who is it? Keith Boone on his Farmall Super MTA. Oh, I think that's a diesel. Something wasn't right. He didn't like. As he had stopped at 161. 161. Got Sean Boyer back on a new ride at the Farmall 630. He sits nice and easy down on the ground at 227 feet. Oh, we just missed it. Keith Boone is back on his Farmall 560 and he blew the horn past the cones. He's the first hook, 7,000 pounds, 4 miles an hour. we got Samantha on her LCA. She'll get stopped at 234 feet. And then Keith Boone will get stopped at 307. I'd call that a full pole myself. Again, anything over 300 feet, I would say it's a full pole. They didn't say in the driver's meeting what a full pole is. Nobody asked. They didn't say floating finish or anything. So I'm not the official word, of course, but I'll call it a full pole. But again, 307. Alright, we got Taylor Boyer on his LSC. Still in the 3,000 pound, 3 mile an hour class. That's one of our bigger classes today. Big sled, new class, 7,000 pound, 8 miles an hour. We got Lauren Heinrichs on his 460 Farmall with the Cummins swap. Looks like he's got some new tires on the back. Full cut. Get stopped at 228 feet. 228. All right, here goes Lauren. Boy, he slowed down, almost stopped, and then he's going again. I don't know what's happening. He'll stop at 254 feet, 254. Alright, we got a new class on the small sled. Still 3,000 pounds, but we're now at 4 miles an hour with Cody Line on Risky Haven. Got Jason Kronk on the big sled on his Oliver 1800, also coming swap. Here he comes. Jason stops at 217. Samantha is in this class as well. 4 miles an hour again, 3,000 pounds. And she'll get stopped at 224 feet, 224. All right, big sled. We got Jeff Kinch on his W9 McCormick with the V8 International to power. Gas engine. 8 miles an hour, 7,000 pounds. Here he comes. He'll stop at 196 feet. All right, Matt Fleet. We'll get down to 232 feet again. This is a 3,000 pound, 4 mile an hour class. The big sled, we're bumping up again, 7,000 pounds, same weight, but we're going to 12 miles an hour. And our first hook is going to be Lauren Heinrichs with that 460 Farmall with the Cummins swap. launch in at 282 feet, 282. He hit 13 miles an hour at one point in the 12 mile an hour class. Linear power. Just getting short on traction out there. His balance seemed to be really close. Alright, we got Lauren's dad Marv getting on the sled on his Ford 800. As Marv spins out, he comes to stop at 273 feet. Kronk is back, 12 miles an hour again, 7,000 pounds. Jason and his Oliver 1800 will stop at 258 feet. That's Lauren again on his C Farm all, and he gets down to 272 feet. We're still in the 3,000 pounds, 4 mile an hour class. Jeff Kent is back on the sled. They haven't changed the sign down there, 7,000 pounds, 12 miles an hour. Jeff got stopped at 161 feet, so I don't know if he tried a different gear and did a rehook or what, that, or maybe they didn't change the weight or mile per hour on the sign down there. Alright, we got Taylor Boyer back on his Alice Chalmers. Stop at 261. We have new weight classes on both sleds. There you got a John Deere 730 diesel, standard freight, 8,000 pounds, 3 miles an hour. Near lane, we got Matt Sweet on his D12 Alice, 6 mile an hour, 3,000 pounds. They're both going to stop about the same spot. John Deere is going to stop at 227 and Matt will stop at 232. 800 is back. Marvel gets stopped at 268. Car slide, we got a white, I think it's a 270. Yes, white 270. 8,000 pounds, 6 mile an hour class. And he's going to get stopped at 221 feet. And Alice Chalmers CA with Samantha at the wheel is back on the sled. New class, 3,250 pounds, 3 miles an hour. And she'll stop at 235 feet. 235. There we go, a new class, big sled. We got that 270 white up here again at 8 mile an hour, 8,000 pounds. He'll stop at 213 feet. Near side we got Justin Lundgren on his Farmel H, also known as Casper. That's a full pull. He's over 300 and he's still going nicely. Front end's bouncing, but that's about it. I think he's just going to stop at 378. 378.
Takes it down to 378.
That's Bad Bobby Boyer on her 1256 Farmall, also known as the Mississippi Belle. That was 9,000 pounds, 8 mile an hour, and she gets stopped at 221. Alright, Bobby is doing a rehook. She didn't like the gear or something that she did. It was a good choice. She went a little farther as she gets to 243. We also got a rehook on the small slide. We got Justin on Casper. Still in the 3250 4 mile an hour class. I'm not sure how that works. I thought we'd been into class. Unless he was the first. He's already got the front end up. He's in trouble quick. He went to 348 to 137, so they got him stopped. Alright, we got Lauren back on his 460 Farmall, competing in the 9,000 pound 8 mile an hour class. Not enough weight on that nose. And he knows it as he sets her down at 220 feet. 220 for Lauren. That's the first time he's weighted it up this heavy to compete. So he'll be figuring out his balance. Hopefully he does better tomorrow. Alright, next hook on small sleds, my nephew Tanner on Massey 22 flathead 4-cylinder with the turbo. He's in trouble. And he'll stop at 132 feet. Alright, that was Sean Boyer on the Mississippi Belle. That was 12 miles an hour, 9,000 pound, and he gets down to 249. 249. Right, and Tanner is back on the sled. This is 6 mile an hour, 3,250 pound class. I think he tried a different gear, and he's gonna run out of power, but he's slowed down. And he'll stop at 121 feet. Turn 168 is the number to beat. I don't know, these guys had a few passes already. They know where they want their weight. They're figuring it out. It's my first hook, so taking an educated guess. Balance, we'll have to check our spin out mark. Oh, those are nice and flat. Alright, we're going to just go right around and get back in line for 6 mile an hour.